Hello, my dear students. How are you? I think you all are well. Yes, Allah has kept me well. I am Abdur Razzaq, head teacher, Dhalwara Porsimpada Secondary Girls School. Today I am going to conduct with you a very interesting topics, and the topic is very much important to you. So let's start. Welcome to my English class. Dear students, here you see two pictures. One is Sumona, another one is Sharmin. They are making dialogue. First, Sumona. Have you heard the today's news on Facebook? Sharmin. No. Please tag me. Here you see a shirt without tag. Another shirt. Here is blinking a tag. Tag means to add something. Dear students, here is a statement. Rose is a lovely flower. No question added. Another statement. Rose is a lovely flower. Here tag is added, and that is isn't it. That means a question added or tagged. So could you gauge what we are going to learn today? Yes, write your tag question. So our today's lesson is tag question. Do you think that learning tag question is important? Okay, yes. If so, let's do some work on it. Read the following conversation, dear students. Sam, it's a nice party, isn't it? Jinia, yes, it is indeed. We are going to stay the whole night, aren't we? Sam, I think so. By the way, I haven't seen you for a long time. Jinia, I was in the USA for 6 weeks. Sam, oh really? You didn't go there on business, did you? Jinia, no, I didn't. Actually, I went there to attend my brother's graduation ceremony. Sam, you are not going away anywhere soon, are you? Jinia, no, I am not.
Aren't you?
You missed me.
Didn't you?
My dear students, follow the dialog box. Here is a note. If we study each sentence, we notice that each of the sentences ends with a question. The questions are different from WH question or yes/no question. These are called tag question. Here you can ask what is WH question and what is yes/no question. Actually, WH question is interrogative pronoun, and yes/no question is we use in dialogue. Second one, we also notice that if the statement is affirmative, the tag question is negative. On the other hand, if the statement is negative, the tag question is affirmative. So, tag question is a kind of question asked by the speaker after negative or an affirmative statement during conversation. They are normally used in speech when we want to confirm that something is true or not. To encourage a reply from the person we are speaking to. I think you all are clear. Here you see two person operating device. So they are operators. So tag question has also operators. There you see three kinds of operators. First one is action verb, do, did, does. Second one is non-action verb, am, is, are, was, were, have, has, had. And third one is modals, shall, will, should, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, what, dare, need, etc. Dear students, if you make tag question, generally you have to use contraction form. Here you see basic form and contraction form. It is clear to you and it is known to you. Do not, contraction form don't, does not, contraction doesn't, did not, didn't. Similarly, am not, aren't, is not, isn't, are not, aren't, was not, wasn't, something like that, and it is familiar to you. A $1 billion secrecy. What the $1 billion secrecy? Note. There is a note for you. In English, the native don't pronounce LMN of them two, such as LN, LM, M, double M, N, double L, double N, MM, double M at a time. If two of them come, they understood one of them, such as can plus not. So N plus N, double N is here, so one N will be understood. So the contraction form is can't. Similarly, am plus not. So M plus N, Mn. So one would be understood. So the contraction form will be aren't or ain't. Will plus not. Double L plus N. So here is a problem. So generally they pronounce won't because this form. Similarly, shall plus not. Here is also double L plus N, so shan't. Similarly, grammar. Here is double M, so one M will be understood, so the pronunciation would be grammar, not grammar. Here column, M plus N, but one will be understood, so CULUM. Palm, PALM. So here LM, so L will be understood, so PAM. So I think you all are clear. Dear student, individual work for you for 5 minutes. So you have exercise book, I think. Note it down, please. Your time is only 5 minutes. Okay, thank you very much. Now you can check. If we want to check, we will click on the question one after another. First one, what tag question is? Answer is to tag a question with a statement. So we check here. Second one, why we tag a question? The answer is to know the statement is true or not. Third one, name some tag operators, am, is, are, can, must, etc. Fourth one, what is WH question? Actually, interrogative pronoun that makes question. Last one, Tama is a student. The tag form will be isn't it. Okay, I think you all are right. So let's practice more about tag question. Sharmin, I am busy today. Aren't I? It is blinking. Here you have to remind that if the statement is affirmative, tag would be negative. Here is also LMN form, so aren't. Previously it was discussed. Sumana, I am not busy today. Am I? So if the statement is negative, a tag would be affirmative. Here is also a note. In tag question, it is asked to know whether the speaker's statement is true or not. If it is affirmative, tag question would be negative, but if it is negative, tag question would be affirmative. It was also previously discussed. So be attentive. Here is some tag question. Sumana. Sumana is Bangladeshi student, isn't it? Okay. So affirmative statement, tag negative. Farabi is not Bangladeshi. Is she? As statement is negative, tag is affirmative. Similarly, he comes here for visiting, doesn't he? He went to Sabar yesterday, didn't he? Sumana was not with him, was he? You have to remind that if a statement is negative, tag would be affirmative. Again, I replied, she has proposed him to visit her village, hasn't she? She will visit her next week, won't he? Last one, he would receive him, wouldn't she? $1 billion secrecy. What the $1 billion secrecy? We can see tag question on common gender. I think it is a problem because most of the students, even some teachers, cannot clear the students why the statement is so. Suppose nobody knows her. Do they? My question is, why here do they? The answer should be, here is a note, nobody knows her. Answer should be, does she or does he? But he or she is not common gender. As nobody is common gender, so answer must be in common gender. So here on the above, it is clear everybody is equal to he plus she is equal to they. Nobody is equal to he plus she is equal to they. Similarly, everyone, no one, none, someone, somebody, who, whom, etc. are common gender, and these would be they, because in every option there is he plus she, because it is common gender. So in this sector we have to use they. I think you all are clear. There is also $1 billion secrecy and it is blinking. So we can say, see, what is the secrecy? Word seems to be affirmative but negative. Sometimes we make mistake here. Rarely, seldom, hardly, barely, scarcely, this type of words seems to be affirmative, but they are negative. You have to remind it. An example, Arifa comes here, does she? Why does she use here? The answer should be doesn't she, but the answer doesn't she would not be correct because the statement is negative. So the answer is affirmative. Similarly, a barking dog seldom bites. As the statement is negative, so tag is affirmative. Does it? Similarly, rain in winter is hardly seen, is it? Rina barely knew me, did she? I would scarcely hope to meet Mita, would I? Here is also a note. As the statement is negative, tag question must be in affirmative, and you have to remember. Here is also a $1 billion secrecy and it is blinking. What's the secrecy? We can see words used as affirmative and also negative. Which one is affirmative and which one is negative, we must have to clear it. Here is written a few, a little. They are affirmative. We can see an example. I have a few money. Most of the time the students make mistake. They think that this is negative, but actually this is not negative, so the answer is don't or haven't I. Similarly, there is a little water in the glass, isn't it? But few and little etc. are negative. You have to remind it. I have few money. You can see in the picture the comparison between the two. The above picture, I have some money, and the picture below, I have few money. So this is negative, so the tag would be affirmative, do or have I. Similarly, there is little water in the glass, is it? I think you all are clear. Pair up for you. It's for 8 minutes. You have exercise book, I think. So note it down please on your exercise book. Okay. Can you check? Obviously. If we want to check, we have to click on the dialog box. First one, flower is gift of nature. The answer is isn't it. Second one, everybody loves flower, don't they? Third one, there are somebody who hardly loves flower, do they? Those who do not love flowers, who love them, do they? I have few flowers, do or have I? I think you all are right what you have written. Okay, thank you very much my dear students. Be concentrated. You have to remind to make tag question in imperative sentence that, look at the picture, a man is walking, so walk fast. This is imperative sentence. Here you must have to remind that in imperative sentence always you is understood, because the sentence was you walk fast, and the answer would be won't or can you, won't you, will you, won't you, something like that, because all these things answer the same answer. Similarly, you see a baby is playing, so kick the ball. The answer would be will, won't, can, can't you. Okay, thank you very much. Let me play. Will you, won't you, can you, can't you, everything is okay, right? Exceptional. Let's do the work. The answer is shall we, because let's means let plus us. Let means propose, us means we, and you have to remind that this is future tense. So it is another option, $1 billion secrecy. We can see what is the secrecy. Tag question for who or whom. This is very much uncommon. You see a picture, who is equal to he or she, and whom is equal to him or her. Who cares? The first question, the answer is do they. Actually it means nobody cares. So who is equal to he plus she is equal to they. Who cares? These are same of the above, do they. Whom care? Do them. Whom cares? Same, do them. I think you all are clear. Who, whom, is negative, you must have to remind that. Here is also another option. Need is used both principal and modal. Sometimes you mistake here, and it is very much in your common in your question paper. Left side, need as principal. He needs money, doesn't he? They need to go, don't they? This option is principal verb. Need used as principal verb. Here need used as modal auxiliary. She need not go there. Need she? But here you have to remind that why at the end there is no s, because the subject is third person singular number. At the below there is also note, you can see there the negative need is often shortened to needn't in conversation and informal writing. The modal verb need does not change its form, so the third person singular of the present tense does not ends in s, such as he need to take the exam, not he needs take the exam. Tag question on clause. It is also very much important. If you heat ice, it melts, doesn't it? You must have to remind that in subordinate clause you never make tag question. Always you have to make tag question on principal clause. It melts. It is a principal clause, so the answer is doesn't it. I think you all are clear. Had Kamal helped her, she would have succeeded, wouldn't she? Tag question on meaning or situation. Goodbye, that means I bid goodbye, don't I? Mita, that means she is Mita, isn't she? Yes, that means yes it is, isn't it? Similarly, when I say good morning, that means I say or I wish good morning. No, when I say no, it is actually it is not. Sometimes we say thank you, so I say thank you, etc. are same of the above. Group work. Open your exercise book and note it down. Every single group solve the problem below in the leadership of group captain and then represent on the board. Note it down, please. Okay, thank you very much. Feedback. I will check back whether you can understand or learn or not. Let's start our journey. Note it down. They used to play football every day. Nobody should laugh at the blind. There is nothing for her to eat. We had better to say at home now. Okay, thank you very much. You have written correctly. Okay, thank you. So, homework for you. Write 10 sentences adding 5 questions using who, everybody, seldom, a few, and any clause. Okay, thank you very much. See you next class.